and my front. And here I have my front pattern block. That's my trouser for the front. I have the back here. So now, one thing I want you to consider while taking your crotch level, because now I want to go ahead to draft out my band for the trouser. One thing you should consider when you are measuring your crotch level is if you want your band to be included in that crotch level. I don't know if you understand. Now, if maybe for instance, if the crotch level of the person you measured is 12 inches, and you don't want the band to be added to that 12 inches, you go ahead and subtract the wideness of your band from that 12 inches. Now, for instance, now for me, this my crotch trouser length is 9.25. Now, I want the trouser to be a little bit higher. That means I'll be adding extra 2 inches. That's how wide I want my band to be. Extra 2 inches band additional on top to make a total of that's 11.25 inches. That's to make the total of the crotch level. I'll take it again. If your crotch, the crotch level of the person you took is 12 inches, you yourself you now ask, do you want the band to be included in this 12 inches, or you want it subtracted from the 12 inches? If you want it included, that means you go ahead and draft out your pattern like this. Then at the end of the day, you cut out. At the end of the day, you cut out from your trouser the amount, the wideness of your band from the 12 inches you must have drafted out. But if you don't want the band to be included in the 12 inches, that means you will subtract the wideness of your band from the 12 inches. For instance, you subtract 2 inches from this 12 inches, it will be leaving you with 10 inches. So you go ahead to draft your trouser block using 10 inches crotch level. If you don't understand, just feel free to drop your question in the comment section and I'll attend to all questions. So now go ahead now to draft out my band for the front and for the back. So in doing so, I need to close up my darts because my darts must have been sewn before I attach my band. So I'll go ahead to close my dart for the back, and then I'll make sure I have a straight edge. If you don't have a straight edge, you can rule out a straight edge on your paper, and then you place the side of your trouser to that on that straight edge, and then you mark out just the shape of the waist of your trouser. Okay. So now with this, I want to trace it out. All right. So with this now, you can go ahead to measure how wide you want the band of your trouser to be. So me, I want it to be 2 inches wide. So I have 2 inches, 2 inches. You know, the shape is not straight, so I need to follow the shape of the band. Another way you can go about your band is by folding your paper on bias, or your fabric, sorry, on bias. You fold your fabric on bias. You fold your fabric, let's say this is your fabric, you fold your fabric on bias, and then you measure how wide you want it to be. I've tried it and it came out nice, so you can also try it. You go ahead and measure how wide. Now I want my band to be 2 inches wide. So, all right. So you can just decide to cut the whole of your waist circumference, including your zipper fly inches, add it to it, and then just cut it out. That it will be a very long piece that can go around your waist and into your zipper fly. So just cut it out, measure it, and then measure your 2 inches, and then how long your waist circumference is, and that's why you can use this method. You can also use the method of tracing out your pattern, so whichever one works for you. So you should also go ahead to indicate so that you don't turn it upside down. So I'm indicating up, center back, side back. So I don't end up turning it upside down. All right, so this is my band for the back. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the front. So you can see my zipper fly is going, sorry, my band is going into my zipper fly because my band will cover my zipper fly or shield. All right, so that's my band for the front. So the next thing I went ahead to do is to trace out. Now, if you watch your trouser very well, you see a part that has a where the zip, one of the zip is resting on, where is straight like this, and the other part that has this curve. So the straight part is the shield where I've gone ahead to trace out. I'm gonna ahead to trace it out, and then the curvy part is what I'll be cutting out now. I'll be cutting it out. So I have my shield, I have my zipper fly. All right. So the next thing I want to do is to draft out my pocket, and to do so, I'll go in from the waistline by 2 inches or 2.5 inches. Your choice. I'll be using 2.5 inches, and then I'll come down by 6 or 7 inches. 6 or 7 inches. So I'll be doing 7 inches, and then I'll connect. Now you can try to use a straight line, a curve, any way you, whatever shape you want your pockets to carry. So I'm gonna have to shape my pocket opening. Now this is my pocket opening. Pocket opening. All right. So next I want to do now is to draft out my pocket bag. So from this pocket opening, I'll go in by 3 inches. I'll go in by 3 inches, and under this place, I'll come down by 3 inches or 4 inches. Your choice. So I'll be doing 3 inches. I'll be doing 3 inches. Then I'll use a straight ruler to connect to these 3 inches I took at the upper part to form a box like this. All right. So you can try to leave it like this, or you can try to give it a slight curve. Anyone you can try to leave it like this or with the curve. So the next thing I want to do now is to trace out my pocket bag and pocket facing. Just watch me. Also make sure you get a straight edge. So, and the first thing I want to trace out is the pocket bag. The whole of everything like this from here, like this, the whole of everything I have. That's the pocket bag. I'll go ahead to trace it out. All right. So another thing I would like to do is to trace out my waist to hip. So I will know all those parts that I'll be notching and my pocket opening. All right. we have, I'll be attaching this to this, and then I'll flip it inside so that these rough edges can be tucked in, and then this part will be sewn to this part like this. At the end of the day, this is what I will have.